sense of urgency. A critical component that distinguishes what I refer to as the 1 percentile of humanity from the rest. The segment of people that lead the world we live in and shape and influence the way we experience it is a sense of urgency. They write the music we listen to, the books we read, and the clothes we wear. They design and choreograph the dance, arts, crafts, and the movies we watch. They are the artists, the thought leaders, the philosophers, the scientists, the movers and shakers. They are people who draw the very boundaries that we live within. Us and them. This is an oft-recurring theme when discussing how people are different. I refer to it as the lion and sheep. Alexander the Great once said, "An army of sheep led by a lion is better than an army of lions led by a sheep." It's a philosophy that I personally subscribe to. Leadership is critically important to the success of any venture. What makes a venture viable are not its facts. The facts count, but rarely do the facts take you over the top. Victory does not come from the numbers. Victory comes from a sense of urgency more than anything else. Napoleon heeded to it, as did Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, and a host of other conquerors before that. A sense of urgency overtakes everything else. Rembrandt drove himself to penury while creating masterpieces in his attic. Van Gogh was driven to insanity. Picasso locked himself up for days, driven trying to represent the absolute on canvas while painting the Guernica. Beethoven descended into madness as he wrote some of the greatest music known to man. One cannot fathom how one operates on that level of madness. What do they do? Why do they do it? Why are the rest of us not able to do the same thing? Is there really some truth to this concept of marching to a different drumbeat? Were they just born different? I would like to believe that when it comes to the debate on nature versus nurture in shaping a person, it is nurture, the environment, that reigns supreme. We are product of the forces that make us, our parents, our upbringing, our culture, our friends, and our inherent nature. The will that is derived from all of these forces either leaves us dormant or drives us to the edge. Taking my own life as an example, for a long time I coasted on automatic mode. I was sadly satisfied with the minor successes I had obtained. It took me a while to recognize that these laurels were starting to turn to reeds, almost from the instant that they were earned. They became, in a sense, suffocating. Today I've come to realize that in order for one to continue on the path of success, one has to ignore both the garlands that are bestowed upon you and the gravel that is thrown upon you. Both are of little or no significance. It took an incident that hit close to home to make me see how fleeting life is. It was an eye-opener and brought me out of the stupor that I had till then called my life. My friend, let's call him Hitch, and I had returned to Malaysia after spending many years abroad. Our life trajectory had been similar. We left home around the same time, spent time in the UK initially, and then in the US. And finally, we wanted to come back home to Malaysia to seek our fortune.